I've spoken about this before. In fact, I've spoken about it many times on this channel. The fact that I was a gamer, or I am still a gamer to a certain, to some small extent to this day. But when I was a kid, my early teenage years and all the way, basically my 20s as well, ever since kids came into the picture, it's kind of taken a bit of a hit. But at my heart, at my core, I'm still a gamer. And the reason I've brought up gaming many times on this channel is because I feel like there's a very close similarity. There's a lot of carryover, another term you can use, between gaming and lifting. Something occurred to me today that I kind of wanted to share with you guys. So some of you guys will know that I'm a big Skyrim fan. Elder Scrolls Skyrim is one of my favorite game. It was released like 10 years ago. I'm still playing it on and off when I have chance. But it's essentially a video game where you create a character and you go around in this world and you do whatever the hell you want, right? It's a completely open world and you run wherever you want to run. You do whatever you want to do. Before that, it was a game called Oblivion, and then before that, it was Morrowind. So it's like 3 games. There's another game before that, but I kind of got into gaming when Morrowind was around. And Morrowind was the first time that I've ever played a video game that gave me this feeling. And the feeling is this. You get off this ship as a prisoner or something. I can't remember what the plot is back then, but you get off this ship and you go through the initial kind of steps that the game wants you to go through. And then there's a moment where you get outside of this building and you can literally do whatever. There's a story that you can run and kind of go through, but you don't have to do that. You can run in any which direction. You can go and do whatever you want to do. You can do any skill, any armor, any magic. You can mix and match whatever you want to do. I specifically remember that feeling, that moment in that game. Oblivion and also Skyrim have similar types of moments where in the first kind of like 10-15 minutes of the video game, this kind of like introductory course, and then there's a moment where you kind of get out of a jail, get out of a cave, and then from that moment on, you can literally do whatever you want to do. That freedom, I will never forget, because games before that in my life has always been, it's like a fixed pathway, fixed plot that you have to kind of go through. You have some decisions to make, but pretty much the game funnels you in a direction where you need to go. You can't run off the map. It's like the map is literally a pathway, and you can't run in any direction you want. The reason why I'm telling you this is because to me, gymming or training is like that. I go into the gym and I can do whatever I want to do. Yes, sure, there is a plot you can follow. There is a story. There's a program. There's a right way of doing things, right way. Whatever that means. You can do that, or you can mix and match and do whatever you want to do. And for me, that part is the most exciting because, in video games before, you couldn't really have a heavy armor suit, full steel or whatever it is, iron armor, heavy armor, and cast magic. Previous games would basically penalize you or even omit you completely from having armor as a mage, or having a two-handed sword as a thief. A thief shouldn't have a two-handed sword. Or having a full warrior in full heavy armor but it can cast magic. Like battle mages and all this sort of stuff. That to me is the most freedom that I've felt ever. Because in real life, you can't do that, right? In a way you can, but you're restricted because you have real life responsibilities, real life consequences. So if you put on that armor on a mage, and you go into a battle and, you can't run away or you can't, I can't think of an example, but sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you make combinations which directly conflict each other and you can't do anything about it. But to me, expressing my freedom, expressing my creativity, my art, without consequences of death or losing a house or losing a partner or losing whatever, like you do in real life, you get to do that in a video game. It's so freaking refreshing. So when I went into the gym and I started thinking for myself, when I started reading certain texts and, all these different variations of people, like from the East to the West methodologies and freaking vastly different, German volume 10 by 10. Oh, no. You got to have, the strength program where it's 5 by 5 or 10 singles or something like that. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like we've gone from one side to the next side. the spectrum for training is humongous. So when I realized that, I was like, well, screw it. I'll just do whatever I want to do, because literally there's success from one end to the other. So why should I fall in any of these boxes? I can just do whatever I want to do. And this is kind of the first thought that led me down the track of, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. I don't really care about your rules. Or you can't do a set of 30 and 40 and 50 and get stronger? Well, let me try it. Holy shit. I got stronger doing a set of 50. Explain that shit to me, man. I put on a heavy freaking armor, suit of armor, and I'm there blowing people up with fireballs. That's strange. In previous games that I've played, like Bowler's Gate and things of that nature, no, you can't even do that. You take the armor, you go to the inventory menu, you take the armor, you try to drop it on a mage. Nope, you can't have it because you're not in the right class. Man, screw that shit, man. Why can't I be a gymnast, powerlifting, bodybuilder, marathon runner? I want to do that. Well, Ivan, that's really silly. Well, I want to do it because I want to do it, right? Give me the freedom. And so because I don't have this, like, I'm not paid to train. I'm not part of like some Olympic team or something where results are really important. I can just go in and just be. I can go in and like express my desire to have art, express artistic, be completely free mentally, and think about the human body, think about movements like fully freely, and just kind of process it for myself. Obviously, I want to get stronger. You know, when I play that video game, I'm not interested in dying the quickest possible way. I want to kind of mix and match and see if I can have a, full warrior armor build, that could sneak around. Like, how funny does that sound? You're not supposed to be sneaking around full armor because it's heavy and it's noisy and the rest of it. A thief or an assassin or someone like that needs to have basically no armor, really loud on their feet, make the least amount of noise, and have a dagger and then stab people behind their back, right? Now, I want to sneak around with a two-handed battle axe with my full warrior suit on, come up and then slice their head off. That's cool to me because it's fun. It's different. It's not like part of the book. Oh, this is the class. No, man, I don't want a class. I want to fit anyway. I want to do what I want to do. So I guess now I'm telling you this stuff because I want to basically express what my motivation is. I grew up playing basketball. Let's talk about that. Oh my goodness, that was an experience. So, we come down the court, right? We come down the court. I'm the shooting guard of the team. We come down the court. The point guard heads down straight in the middle of the court, passes it to my side, my wing. I grab the ball and I'm open. Now, I want to shoot that ball because, coach, I'm open, right? I'm open, man. The whole point of an offense is to get an open shot. I'm open. No. But if I take that shot, I'll get benched because we didn't pass the ball around the perimeter. So then we have to have one swing of the ball all the way to the other side and swing the other side, run some plays, do this, do that. And then at the end of the shot clock, then we take the shot. But at the end of the shot clock, we don't have an open shot like we had at the start of the damn shot clock, right? No, but there's systems, there's play. You got to play your role. Like you're not supposed to shoot the ball when the main guy of the team didn't shoot the ball. Like he didn't even touch you when I launch it in the first 5 seconds. So this was like when I was under 12s, under 14s. That was kind of the thing. You can't shoot that shot. It's too early in the shot clock, Ivan. What are you doing, man? I'll get bench you. So you get benched for like a quarter because of doing that. And now, the Phoenix Suns, and now the Golden State Warriors, and before that it was Houston Rockets. Like all these teams are jacking up shots in the first 3 seconds of the damn shot clock. So we've gone full 360. Where people have realized that maybe the best shot is the first shot in the offense, not the damn last pass in the offense, right? So that kind of pissed me off. It was kind of anti or counterintuitive to me why you'd want to go to the back end of the freaking shot clock and take a difficult shot where everyone touches the ball. Why? Just take the damn shot. It doesn't really matter when it is. So I did that. Then I go to school and blah, 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 all that stuff. It's all restrictive. And then that Morrowind game comes out and literally you make your character and then you can run wherever you want to run. You can you can mix any sort of attribute together that you see fit. The goal is to go and beat that other guy in a battle or whatever the case might be. Mix and match skills, creativity. Creativity is something that's so soothing to me. The idea of expressing art, being completely liberal in the way you think. I don't get that at work because at work it's basically just memorizing protocols. Okay, he's a patient with chest pain. I know I gotta give a GTN, I gotta print out an ECG, and I gotta get the ECG checked. I gotta do the full set of vital signs, maybe some neurobs if the thing fits. or maybe 300 milligrams of aspirin, blah, blah, blah. I can't be like, nah, I reckon what he needs is he needs to get up out of that bed and do a set of 30 squats, because I reckon that's going to be, I can't do that. I'll kill the guy, right? Right? There's a reason for why there's rules. But I want to express my art. Obviously, that's the wrong place to express. The basketball team didn't allow me to do that because a coach wanted to win or whatever. The video game was like this one thing where I was like, I can do whatever I want. I always had this like yearning for just doing what I reckon is the best thing to do, not what people tell me. So that video game mentality, I kind of realized that in the gym. Well, I don't want to do 5x5, man. Well, I did, right? When I was learning my ropes and doing all this stuff, I was kind of learning what everyone else did. And then eventually kind of hit me with this whole variation. There's so many different paths to success. So I thought, I want to do whatever I want to do. So, the Bulgarian method was a big inspiration. I was like, I want to squat every day. And then it started from there. I'll do whatever I want to do. You want to pull before you squat? That's fine. You want to do bicep curls before you squat? Maybe that. Why not? Do whatever you want. And that, to me, has made this whole process of training so much more fun. Guys are asking me, how the hell did you do 930 days of squatting every day? Because of this. And people, when they come onto the channel, when they see this stuff, they're like, you've got no damn results, blah, 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 all this shit that everyone ever talks about. What's your stats as a lifter? Oh, you're shit. Next. Completely missed the point what I'm trying to live in the gym. I'm just trying to be a freaking character in Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. I want to do whatever the hell I want to do. Yep, no worries. There's a whole bunch of smart people in the world, in the history, who knew a lot about training. I'll read all of that stuff. But I really want to do what I want to do. And in this process of kind of experimentation, mixing, matching, you find things. You find things that's like, wow, I never heard anybody talk about this before. This is a really cool thing. Or this study said that you can't get stronger doing set of 50. Yet, I did that on several occasions. So screw you guys and your little p-value and whatever the hell you got going on in that damn research paper. I reckon you're full of shit. Oh, you come from Harvard. Good for you, man. That shit doesn't make sense to me. It's kind of like liberating in a sense to just, I don't know, play a video game in real life. That's what gymming for me is. Ever since training has become like a really focal point in my life, I've had almost like a less need for gaming. Like I'm not drawn to play the PlayStation or the computer. Obviously my life has drastically changed. I've got kids now, a family, responsibilities, all this stuff going on. But I don't have like this pull towards video games anymore because I get my fix from training, man. And I don't think a lot of you guys out there have the same fix because you are not intellectually, artistically invested like I am. I'm responsible for what's happening here. It's not, I ran his program for 12 weeks and it was shit, so it's on him. No, I've done that, right? I've done strong lifts 5x5. I've done mad cow. I've done all these 5-3-1. I've done all these sort of things for bits and periods. And at the end of it, it's like, that didn't work for me, so it's on him, like shit programming. No, it's on me. I bear the responsibility for my actions or lack of actions in programming and ideas. It's all on me. And that, to me, keeps me coming back to the gym because it's on me, right? And it's kind of like, it's so refreshing. Like I said, there's not many areas in my life, at least you guys might be different, that I have this creativity. A lot of life, like a lot of us think we just live these independent, unique lives and we all have our options. I think a lot of us are living the same damn lives. The only difference is we live in a house or a unit with a different number. We still go to 9 to 5. We're all kind of like in this cog system where we just kind of all running around this hamster wheel. And we think we've got options, but we really don't. Like the options are very, very limited. So one area that we can have this expression of art and freedom is, I reckon, it's in the gym. Especially if you're not interested in breaking world records, right? Or whatever the case might be. I don't think 99.99999% of us guys should even be concerned about that. So if you are not in the elite of the elite, have some freaking fun with it, man. Whether you squat 250 or 230, whether you squat 180 or 160 as a lifetime PB, does it really matter, man? Who gives a shit? You're probably 150 kilos away from the world record anyway. So why bother, man? I'd rather go 230 rather than 250 and have fun and freedom and do whatever I want to do, right? I'd rather take the less progress option and have fun while doing it. That's my personal take on it. Whether you squat 5 extra kilos more than me in lifetime PB, who gives a shit, man? Even if you were to set a world record, someone's going to give you a tap on the back and you're not going to make a living out of this shit. Who's going to make a living out of this? How many of these powerlifters on the top, make money from these competitions? Nobody. The way they make a living is they sell programs, or or they make this groundbreaking new blend for a protein powder. Oh, this is the key. And then they try to sell you that shit. Or they try to sell you some pre-workout bullshit. That's how they make a living, right? That's my opinion anyway. I'm just basically trying to say to you, screw the pressure of, the results. Just enjoy the damn journey. Have some freedom. Whatever the analogy is you need to have. I use the video game analogy. Getting out of that boat, getting out of that cave, getting out of that building for the first time and realizing I can really do whatever the hell I want to do. So every time I walk in the gym, I'm like, I can do whatever I want. I don't give a shit about anything. I literally can do whatever I want. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant, but hopefully you guys understand a little bit more about, the background of my mentality and how I came to some of these beliefs that I have. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys on the list. Appreciate you guys in the comments and Instagram. You guys are legends. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.